Hi, I'm Heyzeus. It's been a pretty dark week in gaming, hasn't it, guys? I mean, there's been a bunch of senseless tragedies, and I had been planning on making fun of these horrible events, but ESL beat me to the mark, so I don't want to look unoriginal. I guess I'll just have to do some trade-up guides instead. So, as usual with all the trade-up guides I do, all the prices I'm showing are buy order prices on the Steam market. You can use third-party sites to get these skins. CS Money is a good place to get stuff, BitSkins is a good place to get stuff, but if you're going to use the Steam market, which is where the majority of the skins are found, you need to use buy orders if you want to make a profit. On top of that, all the sales prices I show are after Steam tax, so I show the raw money you end up with in your pocket. You don't need to deduct anything from it. So the first trade up is pretty cheap and reliable. To do it, you'll need 10 field tested restricted skins. They'll cost about 44 cents each with a buy order, so $4.40 all up, and the average float needs to be below 0.176, which isn't too hard with these skins because they tend to come in quite low floats. And in terms of what you can get, the returns are pretty good. You'll make about $2 on the Fever Dream, about $1 on the Decimator, and you'll lose about 50 cents on the Xianglu. Although you can use that Xianglu in a risk-free trade-up that I describe in this video and recoup most of the loss. So all round, this is a pretty affordable and reliable trade-up. The second trade-up is a bit more expensive to do, but to compensate it's also extremely low risk. To do it, you'll need 4 factory new restricted Spectrum skins, which should be about 84 cents each with buy orders. I'd recommend focusing on the Emerald Poison Dart and the Last Dive, and you'll also need 6 minimal wear restricted Spectrum 2 skins. And for these I'd recommend focusing on the Goo and the Ziggy. These should be about 42 cents each with buy orders. All up you'll be paying a bit less than $6, and the average float needs to be below 0.0597, which isn't easy, but it is doable, and the trade-off for this is a really low-risk trade-up. So as far as those outcomes go, there's a 20% chance of getting each of the Spectrum 2 skins. You'll make about $1 on each of them, and there's a 13% chance of getting each of the Spectrum skins, where you'll make about $3 on the Decimator, $2 on the Fever Dream, and you'll lose about $1.40 on the Xianglu. Although this will have a fairly low float and is useful in other trade-ups as well. The third trade-up is a restricted clutch case trade-up. To do it, you'll be using Lionfishes and Wild Sixes. You'll need 3 of them in factory new condition. These will be about $1.35 each with buy orders, and you'll need 7 of them in minimal wear condition. These will be about 90 cents each with buy orders. All up, it's going to come to about $10.35, and you need to keep the average float below 0.07. As far as what you can get goes, you'll make about $8.50 on the Cortex, about $2.50 on the Mortis, and about $4 on the Stymphalion. So overall, you'll definitely make money on this, although it is high risk, high return, but let me promise you, it feels pretty good when you're winning. Our fourth trade-up is the StatTrak version of the Spectrum 2 trade-up that we did earlier. For this one though, I'd recommend using 5 factory new and 5 minimal wear rather than 4 to 6, just to make getting that float a bit easier. It's harder to find low float skins in StatTrak condition in my experience. The StatTrak Spectrum skins should cost about $2.90 each. The StatTrak minimal wear Spectrum 2 skins should be about $1.55 each. All up about $22, and the average float, once again, needs to be below 0.0597. In terms of what you can get, once again, very low risk. You'll make about $5 each on the Spectrum 2 skins. I would recommend disposing of these through a trading site like CS Money. In my experience, trying to sell these on the Steam market can be quite difficult. You'll also make about $10 on the Fever Dream, so that's really nice, about $6 on the Decimator, and you'll lose about $6 on the Xianglu. However, once again, it's very low float, so it's not a complete loss. It can be used in other trade-ups, and it's not necessarily as bad as it looks on paper. Our final trade-up is a classic risk-free trade-up. I first covered it about a year ago or so, but even now, it's still worth doing. To do it, you'll need 10 minimal wear StatTrak Xianglus. These will be about $12.50 each with buy orders, so it's an expensive trade-up. It costs about $125 all up, and you need an average float of less than 0.1. The trade-off though, if you can afford this, is a guaranteed $20 profit, and if you sell it on a platform like CS Money or BitSkins where there's a lower sales tax, you'll probably make even more, so long as you're willing to wait for the trade hold to expire anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, subscribe. Otherwise, trust the numbers, not your gut. I'm Heyzeus. Thanks for watching. See ya.